Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of Money TV. I'm your host, Donald Baillargeon. So happy you could be with us. Money TV being the program all about money and what makes it happen. Well, sequestration, it's all we've been hearing about for weeks, and now we're past the deadline, but the nausea from Washington and the finger pointing just continues. Democrats blame Republicans, who blame Obama, who blames the GOP House. Well, at least no one's blaming Bush anymore, but, you know, the night's still young and the fat lady is a long way from warming up. Sequestration, it's the result of a deal that was reached back in 2011 when Congress and the administration agreed to more than $2 trillion in cuts, half of which were specified in the debt ceiling bill, and the rest were imposed through sequestration, a looming financial vulture that Congress is going to have to disarm by coming up with an equal amount of spending reductions elsewhere. Now, remember the Congressional Super Committee from a couple of years ago? Well, after the deal was struck, the task fell to these bipartisan bean counters to come up with the budget cuts that would be, in their words, less painful. Well, no one on that committee was going to attach their name to any cut prior to a major election year, so in November of 2011, the Super Committee admitted failure and they went their separate ways. Now, in a speech that he gave at Washington's Georgetown University, Leon Panetti compared sequestration to the scene in the movie Blazing Saddles, where the sheriff puts a gun to his own head in order to establish law and order. I don't think, however, that even Mel Brooks could come up with a scenario as dumb as what we're seeing from our government right now. Everyone knows that Washington has a spending problem. They've spent $1 trillion more than they take in every year. They're more than $16 trillion in debt. And they expect us to be so dumb to believe that a mere $85 billion drop in that black hole of a bucket is going to make the difference between disaster and nirvana? Now, Obama wanted Congress to pass a short-term deal that puts off the cuts, allows some breathing room for a long-term deficit reduction plan, but he wants even more tax revenue on top of what he already did get in the fiscal cliff deal. It's typical kick the can down the road Washington politics, and the only problem is that in the end, the only cans getting kicked are those of us, the taxpayers. Now, we're not going to kick you at all. We're going to give you our toll-free number, good from anywhere in the world you're watching the program, 888-259-4449. That's the number to call to get free information about our featured guests. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. Again, that is free. Toll-free number, 888-259-4449. On your mobile phone, just text Money TV to go 800 or 46800. Visit us at moneytv.net and be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.